What would your wife say if you woke her up and said, "Hey, can you watch the kid? I got to watch Elimination Chamber on, on
No joke.
PLE."
No joke. I first of all, I don't have the balls to even ask her that. Second of all, like she would legitimately just, I don't even think she would say it. I think she would just be so shocked that I would be so stupid to ask that question that she probably wouldn't even acknowledge me. She would just say,
Just
like,
roll.
that is not a normal ask of a 38-year-old man. I don't care that you like wrestling.
Here comes trouble!
It's me. It's that N to the T to the D. Rolling once again with that BT double big trouble bishop taking up the whole screen. You got myself, Nikki the Good, and we are the Meat Pop Express. And boy, do we have another jam-packed episode for you today. Everyone, we got a pay-per-view coming right up, and it ain't
Whoa, whoa,
waiting
whoa,
for
whoa,
us.
whoa, whoa! What'd you call it?
Oh man, it's a
Stay on
premium
brand.
live event, brother.
PLE.
I gotta stay on brand.
Come
I
on.
gotta stay with the Fed, right? I gotta make sure that I'm doing my things with the journalistic integrity that you guys all come here to listen and watch.
That you don't
So-
get from anywhere else.
No, thank you for the correction. Big trouble.
I'm here for.
But yeah, we got the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view. Whoops, again. Premium
Oh,
live
man.
event, man.
That's
I'm old,
it.
dude. Dude, I'm old.
That's it.
I'm
Close it
old.
up.
I'm old, man. I've been saying the PPV for long ass time. Okay. That's the last blunder I'll have on this show. So we got the chamber coming up. It's gonna be early as shit, right? It's gonna be super duper early in the morning. But it's a damn good show. I mean, it's a damn good show. I like the card. I think the card is nice. It's condensed. There's not a shit ton of matches, like it's
That's
just
the new thing, though, Nick. It's
I love it.
That's what we're seeing. It's just condensed 5, 6, 7 match cards. Probably the same at Mania. A 7-match card each night. It's nice. I say it. Remember, nobody wants to watch wrestling for over 3 hours.
No.
I think 3 hours. If it's WrestleMania, okay, 3.5 maybe. Because we got to get in the sponsors. We got to make that money. But 3 hours tops. That's it. Nobody wants to watch wrestling longer than that.
And also, like, from a personal standpoint, like this morning, like earlier today, we were recording at night, but earlier today, my son just absolutely just destroyed me at like 5 a.m. Like, just woke up. Like, so, like, if that happens on Saturday, right? So when the chamber's starting, like, I'm screwed, man. I mean, that means I got to watch this kid and watch the chamber at the same time. Cause it's not like I go to my wife and be like, hey, like, I want to watch Elimination Chamber right now at 5 a.m. in the morning. You got to watch our 1-year-old who's going berserk and just destroying the house.
What would your wife say if you woke her up and said, "Hey, can you watch the kid? I got to watch Elimination Chamber on
No
PLE."
joke. No joke. I first of all, I don't have the balls to even ask her that. Second of all, like, she would legitimately just, I don't even think she would say it. I think she would just be so shocked that I would be so stupid to ask that question that she probably wouldn't even acknowledge me. She would just say, like,
roll.
that is not a normal ask of a 38-year-old man. I don't care that you like wrestling. Like, I am not getting up at 5 a.m. so you could go in another room and just sit there and watch the Elimination Chamber. That would be like divorce,
That's
like
good.
right up the contract, right up the paperwork.
We know she's not listening to this, so
No chance.
I think what a good content idea, Nick, would be is if you filmed her reaction of waking her up, asking, "Hey, can you watch the kid? I gotta watch the Elimination Chamber."
So here's the thing with that. Here's the problem with that. Here's the problem with that before we get into the rest of the show. My wife will never, ever go on camera. She does not want to have to do anything with content. She hates all of my content. She refused. She doesn't watch any of my videos. I have gone viral a number of times.
She hasn't seen any of it.
Like, not like nuclear, like 20 million views viral, but I have had my handful of million views videos over the past year, for sure. I've been picked up by like news outlets. I've been in recognizable, on websites, all of this. She has not seen any of it. She refuses to absorb anything I do. And she really just does not give a shit. She would rather me remember when the recycling goes out than do a video that gets 2 million views. That's my wife. That is who she is. And this has gone completely in a different direction than I thought we would go when we started this show. So let's get back on track.
Back on track. We're really missing out on some good content, but let's respect her.
But this
wishes.
is why we're the best. This is why
This is
we're
why.
the best,
This is
Ben,
why.
because we didn't just go in and start talking about like how is Damian Priest, gonna mesh with Finn against like the dynamic duo that's really good at the graps. Like we didn't do that and just make you guys pass
Really
out.
I just learned what their name was. I had no idea. It was New Catch Republic.
Who's that? The
guys that are good at graps.
That's their actual name, the New Catch Republic.
I think it is.
I don't hate it.
Is it?
I don't hate
maybe
it.
I'm on a website. Maybe it's not, folks. Is this their name?
Let us
I kind
know.
of like it. I kind of like New Catch Republic.
That's the NCR.
NCR. You can make some pretty cool, like old school British logo.
I like the idea of Republic. Republic is pretty badass.
Yeah,
that's a cool thing to have as your name. And speaking of names, like I kind of hate that, like what AEW does. Or at least I love Adam Cole, right? I like Adam Cole a lot, but like just calling everything the Undisputed something, I think kind of sucks.
Yeah, it's
like I don't like the Undisputed Kingdom. Like I never even liked Undisputed Era. I never liked them.
Really? You didn't like them?
No, it's just too long to say. I love them.
Okay.
They were awesome. That was
okay.
That was like NXT awesome. That was great. The name I don't like. It's just too long for me. Like, you know what I mean? And it's just disjointed words, like undisputed something. To me, it's just a little disjointed. Anyway.
Okay.
Elimination Chamber. The PLE of all PLEs, right? This Saturday, 5 a.m. for us here in the States where everything matters, right? 5 a.m. for us. Let's just go. Let's look at the card real quick. Okay. And then before we get into the card, we're just going to talk about a little bit of that Austin Theories things that came on the old interwebs earlier today. So we got the WWE Elimination Chamber PLE. We got the men's chamber match, which is Kevin Owens, Bobby Lashley, Orton, McIntyre, Logan Paul, and LA Knight. Oh, yeah. And then we got the women's, which is Naomi, Liv, Becky, Bianca, Stratton, and I think a mystery person. Is there a mystery person?
No, I think that's it.
Or is that
it's Liv, Raquel.
Oh, it's Raquel. Okay,
Raquel,
so that's Raquel.
Yeah, Raquel
is who I'm missing there. And then we got the women's championship match between Nia Jax and Rhea. We also have Damian Priest, the Judgment Day, and Finn Balor versus Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate, right? And then we got the Grayson Waller effect, which is going to be, it might potentially steal the show, like the actual segment that they have with Cody and Seth, because Grayson Waller, these dudes, dude, Australia is going to bring it. Like,
Oh, yeah. Well, all these international pay-per-views, this is such a genius idea by Nick Khan.
Yeah, it is.
Just to have, like, I know he's Australian, but they're gonna, even if this was in Japan or these fans are clamoring for this type of stuff, and having the what we call it, the B pay-per-views, you can have them in these countries. And now they
PLEs.
Now I'm doing it.
PLEs.
And I'm gonna blame you. But now having these, smaller pay-per-views that aren't the big four in different countries, now it looks like a big A pay-per-view. Like, look at Backlash last year in Puerto Rico.
Dude,
that crowd was on fire.
I watched the Bad Bunny entrance like not too long, like literally a few days ago. I was like, I just need to watch that entrance again.
Think about
they had the drone.
Yeah.
Dude, I can't. First of all, Rhea's entrance when she does the thing with the belt, like how she holds it.
And then she has the stomp. Yeah.
Dude, she's so fucking cool, man. Rhea Ripley's so fucking cool. But Grayson Waller is going to be so fucking over with that, man. It is going to be, he's somebody to keep your eye on, Waller.
Well, where is Waller? I got to see where Waller's from exactly. Because let me.
I mean, he's from Australia.
Oh, let me flex my Australian geography and knowledge for a second, playing a couple of years of Australian football, because let's see where he is exactly from. All right. So he's from Sydney. So I'm gonna tell you this: Perth is on the other side of the country in Australia. And I'm pretty sure he rips on Perth. I don't think he likes Perth. Sydney and Perth are. It's like New York and LA.
This is kind of killing my mood.
I'm just telling you.
Dude, come on, man. What are they? Where's
Rhea's from Adelaide. She's from Adelaide,
Adelaide's
which is like more central.
Adelaide's
a big one.
Cardona was there not too long ago.
Yeah, so Adelaide is kind of more like it's like South Central Australia. It's closer to Perth. But they're gonna love her no matter what. But I think Grayson Waller ripped on Perth in a promo. I'm not sure. Sydney's a little bit more, it's like Sydney. It's a little different. Western Australia, Eastern Australia. Just letting you know. Just now
I have
what you get out of the Meat Pop Express.
I have faith because I do think Grayson Waller is someone to keep an eye on. I feel like he's someone who it's like they're not having him wrestle a ton and he doesn't need to. Like he's like almost like that Miz caliber where like he doesn't need to wrestle to be used in so many different ways. But I do think once he gets a more serious like ring attire, I hate his ring attire. I think it sucks.
He wears like weird boxing shorts.
I think that I hate that, but it's okay now because he's not a top of the card guy. But I mean, he's going to be in the ring with Cody and Seth. He's
always in the ring with top guys,
dude. He's always in the ring with top guys. He could talk. He's money. Grayson Waller is money, dude. Like I'm a huge Grayson Waller guy. And go figure, we like the guys that don't even have to wrestle. Because we know what the hell we're doing. Oh, and by the way, before we get into the card, should I leave my rant on these dumb fucking stupid,
go ahead,
sloppy, gross cheeseburger eating, oil infested?
Anything else? There we go. Yep. No, you go ahead.
Real quick. So our boy Meltzer put out another tweet talking about fun matches. This will be just a fun match. And I went crazy. Now, first of all, shout out to Meltzer for not blocking me yet, because I think I've been respectful with the way that I comment. It's not like I'm like, you're a loser. It's like I'm just giving my opinion. But I'm basically like, fun matches are not fun at all. And brother, I got attacked by the IWC. You saw it, right? And I was putting them into an absolute headlock, these people. I mean, they can't compete with me. The IWC cannot compete with Nikki the Good. It is literally like The Rock versus legitimately like the Goon. Like
I think like right now the IWC public enemy list, I think it goes O'Shea Jackson, and I think you.
It might be.
I think they were like
they're like well, just watch entertainment. I'm like, what are you? You're an idiot.
Don't you want to watch entertainment?
I'm like, don't you want to watch entertainment, you dummy?
You don't want to be entertained?
Like some people just like the wrestling matches. Like, no, you idiots. Stop it. The majority of people don't like to just watch wrestling matches. That's why ratings are down where the wrestling matches are featured. You moron. All the data is there. What I'm saying is not backed up by data. It is backed up by data. Okay? Stop talking about things where you are inherently wrong. I'm telling you what you should be watching. I'm telling you what's good. This isn't a debate. Your opinions are irrelevant. I'm right. How much longer do I need to be right before these sloppy ass marks start following my lead and watch what I like to watch? It's annoying. It's really, really annoying.
You're letting them know what to watch. You're telling them this is what really entertains you. Stop pretending you're actually entertained by 30-minute chain wrestling, because you're not. You're not. You're pretending you are.
And the reactions you hear are telling. That's the proof. Also, it's not just the numbers. You guys are not doing your jobs. You say that you like all of this chain wrestling, like Warrior versus Warrior stuff, but then 3 weeks after that so-and-so debuts, you're sitting on your hands. You're not giving a reaction. And then you're like, but I love it. You don't love it. You're a liar. You like telling people you like it.
It's what they love. It's everybody wants to be the first person to know about something. Everybody wants to be on like that cutting edge of like, I watch, so in Japan before anybody else did. It's like that hipster mindset with music. It's that gatekeeping mindset, which now I want to rant a little bit, Nick, because I want to
go ahead.
O'Shea Jackson, everybody got mad at him because it's like, I want to know who somebody is before they make it on TV. Can they just explain to me the history of this person or what they mean to whatever's going on in the ring or whatever's going on the TV show? And then he gets attacked like this guy just said he's going to kill like a whole litter of puppies or something. People are like going at him, being like, "Well, why don't you just go watch this? Oh, this person didn't need to be introduced by any video packages or anything." Are you kidding? All he's asking is like, "Hey, I want to be in on this. I'd like to know more about whatever's going on." And people are like, "Oh, we shouldn't have to tell you what's going on. You should just know." What? What? Whenever you watch a TV show, any TV show, do they just expect you to know about a character if you're watching?
Imagine there was just no premise and people just started talking on a television show.
Yeah, if you're sitting there and you're like, I can't wait, I can't wait to watch this new TV show, and all of a sudden everyone just talking. It takes 6-7 episodes, and you have no idea what's going on. You're gonna stop watching the show. You're going to stop watching the show.
And how many times do I need to explain? Wrestling is a television show. To quote the great Vince Russo, it's a television show. It's not a sport. It's not a sport. Is it fake? No, absolutely not. The shit that happens in the ring is real. Ben is a professional wrestler. He knows, okay? And I haven't even been in the ring, but I'm not going to say it's hell no. I'm not going to say it. Listen, we've gone off on this a little bit. I've gone off the rails here. We are into this show, and we have not talked about the chamber. But on the topic of calling wrestling fake, which it's not, Austin Theory did do that little cool thing that we saw earlier today. They had the thing with the reporter where the reporter called it fake. He flipped out. Austin Theory wearing something that you just wouldn't wear if you would just go into a headquarters. Clearly, anyone who thinks this is real, you're a moron. You're an idiot. It's not real at all.
The audio was too good. Like, why was the audio so good?
Everything is so good. And then the article, shout out to the article, because they played it off like it was real, really trying to take advantage of these low IQs out there. And they called one of the coworkers kayfabe. Incredible. Great.
Oh my God.
I love it. I love it.
You know what? That's not, I mean, you like that. I like that stuff, though. Hey, you know what? It's a
that's the
TV
stuff-
show. It's fun.
It's a television show. It's a television show, folks. That's what you do. You try and entertain the audience that's in front of you, you dumb idiots, sloppy morons. Anyway, let's move on to the Elimination Chamber PLE. Let's just do little predictions here and what we think are going to go, what's going to happen with the fallout. Big Trouble, you're better at this long-term type of stuff than I am. I like to think I'm more of an in the moment type person. You're more of a like, this makes sense because this is where we're going to go. Let's start off can we reverse engineer this so that we start off with, I want to start off with first, what do you think is going to happen with Rhea and Nia?
Rhea and Nia, obviously, right, this is just, we're getting some big entrance for Rhea. We talked about it. It's going to be huge. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be something that WWE can have can play all, they love these type of, this is what they want. They want these type of moments, not the moves. They want the moments. And this is going to be a big moment for Rhea. It's going to be a cool visual. You're going to see her do the riptide to Nia Jax. We're going to get, this is what it's for. This is going to get Rhea over a little bit more as a baby face. I think we're getting towards the baby face Rhea, and this is going to help a little bit. People like to boo Nia Jax. She's also just like a big, immovable object.
Does Nia get a big entrance too?
No, I don't think they're going to upshine Rhea, upstage Rhea for this. So I think Nia, she'll get a pop. She's like larger than life, big, and this, like you said before, is somebody like the women's division that could use this big destroyer type character.
She's been great for the division.
She has, but I don't think Rhea's not dropping the belt in Australia.
No chance.
There's no chance. This is to get her over a little bit more as a baby face heading into Mania. We're gonna get the big match with her and Becky, and but this is for what it is. It's going to be good because we're going to get to see that big visual of her picking up Nia, dropping her 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, there's a better chance of me subscribing to New Japan Pro Wrestling
World New Japan Pro Wrestling
for an entire year in advance, like getting one of the premier packages. There's a better chance of that happening than Rhea dropping the belt. Let's move into.
What do you think? Do you have any thoughts on this, or you just? I think
Rhea is going to get her time. I don't think it's definitely not going to like a squash situation.
No, it'll be at least 10 to 15.
But I do think that Nia is going to, I think Rhea is going to be selling for a lot.
Oh, big time. Yeah. She'll be the face in this match, and Nia's is going to beat her up. Rhea will have that big blow off comeback.
Sure.
Boom, boom, boom. Try to go for the riptide, not get it. Try to go for the riptide, not get it. And then last time, get it. Boom.
I think a lot of false finishes too. I think they want to get to a point where where suspension of disbelief is going to be
That's
there.
exactly what I was going to
I
say.
think
They're
that's what
going to
they're
make you think that Rhea's going to finally
Yes.
met her match physically.
like
She hasn't.
even maybe some interference, something where it seems like she's in trouble.
Yeah.
The the tag match, I really personally don't care, but I could see them dropping the belt. Like
I wouldn't mind. I
maybe.
wouldn't mind it. I think it's
I think
time.
it's stale as shit,
I
man.
also
I
hate
mean,
how both belts are like unified still. Like, why are they carrying? Like, it just come on. Either
I
have
think
one title or split them up.
yeah, and Finn is just so lost in this group. I mean, he just doesn't like he's just I don't know, man. Like
Well,
being in that it's
I think it's
time for
time for
him.
Rhea has to go babyface. I think she has to
Yeah.
get break free of this. I love Finn. I just think he's kind of there right now. I know what are they going to do with Priest? I think that's now kind of when's he going to cash in? Because you got to cash in by Money in
There's
the
a
Bank.
lot of questions there, and I think
Yeah,
they got to get rid of these tag titles off them.
I
Like
think
to
so
me, there's
too.
it's just not at this point. Like the Judgment Day has held a ton of belts, right? That's been the thing, but I think if you're looking for a moment too, getting a Pete Dunne Tyler Bate win in front of an audience that big on a big stage, I think is important if you do want to build them as a tag team. So
I think so
I'm
too. Are
thinking
they ready though? Like I don't know. They just kind of started? Like are
I
they?
know they kind of start, but they're all they I think they could do it. I mean, they're good with character work.
Yeah,
I trust that if you gave them the titles that they would be able to do something. I trust those two guys. Plus, they're both undersized, but as a tag team, they can work, right? Like as a tag team, they can work as an undersized act, right? On their own, it's a struggle now, man. I mean, this WWE is stacked, right?
yeah.
And if there's one place that you could find an avenue for success, it's in the tag division. And they just make sense. They have history, they have character, they got a name, and let's
Yep.
just get that gear. Let's get some, unified gear and let's go.
All I would say with this is if they wanted to hold off on switching them here and they could maybe, give a good match, maybe Dominic interferes or something, comes in, costs, and then you have a bigger build heading up to like Mania. Maybe they lose night one or something. That would be the only other thing I'd say. Maybe just get a little bit more build around it and
Yep.
get the fans behind them.
My question with the Grayson Waller effect is, do you think this starts dissension between Cody and Seth, or do you think this is more of a play to get them to unify against Grayson and to show more of a united front?
Yeah, I think we'll see. I mean, this always ends up with someone getting beat up, right?
Yep.
I think that's why Grayson's in the ring. I've seen a lot of different rumors though. Is this going to start like the build for a tag match at WrestleMania with them against Rock and Roman, which we both don't really want to see?
No,
But
I do not want to see that.
But are they going to show up? That'd be massive pop, right? Rock, you hear the Rock and Roman come out.
I don't think they should be there, man.
It depends where this is on the card too. So if you see this coming out first, if this is like the after the elimination chamber, women's elimination chamber or something, and this is like second, just know that's not happening. But if this is saved to the last segment on the show, it will be the Rock and Roman will come out.
Okay, I like that. I like that. This obviously will be out before. This episode will be out before SmackDown, so we'll see if anything else happens. Let's move into the actual chamber matches here. So let's start with the women first. I mean, is Becky winning this?
I think it's all. I don't see any other way they would go without Becky winning this match.
Like she has to win it, right?
It's kind of that's the one thing I'm not a huge fan of when they start these builds before WrestleMania, and then they go into a match with 6 people, and it's like, oh, one of them could be the number 1 contender, and you're kind of like, well, they've been building Becky now, unless it's a swerve, unless we see something where they're making us think it's 100% going to be Becky. I mean, they've done this before, where you 100% think it's going to be Becky, and then all of a sudden, Bianca wins or something, So I don't know. I would say if it's safe money's on Becky. I'd say my dark horse right now would be Bianca.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's the one thing about this match. I think that Bianca and Stratton will be the big players here. I think that Stratton is going to be a star. I like she's
yeah,
gonna be
no, she
she's
is.
gonna be, and I loved Mandy Rose, but she just doesn't have the athletic prowess that Stratton
Oh
does.
yeah,
She doesn't have
Stratton's up there with like Charlotte Flair with
it.
athleticism. I'm not
I
saying
would
as
say
good
she's
yet.
better than Charlotte Flair in terms of athleticism. Like
Yeah,
she's more of like a like Charlotte is just an absolute like she's an athlete, but like Stratton's like I believe like a legitimate like gymnast. Like
she is. Yeah,
so plus she could talk. She has a phenomenal look. She's very young. She's like 24, 26 years
yep.
old, whatever. She's very
Good
young.
gimmick.
Great gimmick, great look. Like I think she and Bianca are going to do some really cool stuff here. Liv, I think, is furthering a storyline here. I think Liv, she's definitely a big player in the women's division. So
Of
I'm
course.
interested to see what they do with her here to make her tick. Like she needs to have some type of edge to her. Um, Gonzalez, Rodriguez, Gonzalez. I don't know which one it is at this point. She's
I think
fine.
it's Rodriguez.
She's
Yeah, it is.
she's tall. She's returning. But I think that's just like she's gonna be the bruiser in the match.
What's your order for eliminations here?
I think maybe Liv goes first. I think it might be one of those things where like a Liv gets eliminated first and like she's devastated.
I think Liv and Bianca will start the match, and I think more and more people get in. I think there's gonna be elimination until at least I'd say 5 are in the match. I think Becky will be the last one to come in the match. Say that.
Yeah,
She'll be the last one in.
and I know Naomi has returned, and they're putting her in these matches. She needs to go into the bloodline. Like
I think so too.
she needs to go with heel Jimmy ASAP. Like has to happen. Like
Yep.
it has to happen. Like this glow thing, the dancing stuff. We have done that. We have done that. She's been reintroduced to the audience. We know who she is, but she's got to change it up.
Now's the time to do it.
Let her go
She just
heel
came
in this.
back.
Let her go
Yeah.
heel in this.
Yep.
Let her be like, let her not be happy, glow lucky. Naomi. Maybe she goes heel here. Like
maybe
give
she
her
costs-
something.
Maybe she costs Bianca the match.
Yes.
Maybe like after she gets eliminated
Yes.
and she beats up.
Yes.
Now we have
Yes.
a big,
Yes.
you got a big match for Bianca, and bigger match for Naomi to be wrestling Bianca at.
Naomi needs to be a heel.
Yeah,
She needs to be a heel. She will never she's been a baby face for so long, like and the smiling baby face, and she's great for the kids. She's great for merch. She's great for the entrance. But if she wants to actually get up this damn card with all the women that they have, WWE is stacked up the ass. She needs to go heel. I love that idea. I would love for her to cost Bianca and maybe start something there. And she's got to get her ass to the bloodline. I mean, she was listed on the damn thing. She was on the bloodline tree.
Yeah.
There and you could see it. So what? Come on, let's do something with that shit. But I think
agree.
Becky wins this. I don't think there's any whatever. All right, to the men's. I have a clear guy I think is winning this. I don't even think it's a question. But I don't know, man. There's a lot of players in here. What do you think?
I think there's more of a question here than there is in the women's match.
Yeah, no, I would agree with that.
I think we got. I assume that you're picking Drew.
Yes, it has to. I will
win this match.
I will freak out if it's not Drew.
So let's seeing who is okay. So Sami Zayn's not in it. So they're teasing, but it seems like they're teasing
Zayn being involved.
Like somehow. Like I don't want another. I just don't want another Kevin Owens Sami Zayn match. I hope it Mania. Please, God, no.
I think
I've seen it a million.
I think
times.
KO is going to be linked to Logan Paul again. I think they're going to extend that.
So here we go. So let's stay here. So we got the U.S. champions in this match,
or LA Knight,
or LA. I do think
Knight's not winning.
No, but I do think LA Knight's getting either the Intercontinental or the U.S. Championship at WrestleMania.
I would give him.
Get.
He has to leave you the Mania with the belt because it's getting crazy at this point. He's too hot. You have to do it now because he's gonna cool. Like you have to do it now.
Put a belt on him. Keep him there. I think. I think all right. LA Knight, LA Knight, Logan Paul's going to further their storyline here.
Okay.
I think maybe at WrestleMania we get a triple threat: LA Knight, Kevin Owens, and Logan Paul.
That's
for the U.S. title.
that is something that could work.
I think maybe Logan Paul doesn't get pinned there, and LA Knight beats Owens, takes it. I think I'm going to pick LA Knight to win Money in the Bank this year.
I love that.
Not LA Knight. I'm sorry, Logan Paul. I'm going to pick Logan Paul.
That's fine as well. Both of those work.
Logan
They have
Paul.
so many guys that could win that it makes sense.
So I think we get this off. We get this U.S. title off Logan Paul. Give it to somebody like LA Knight. He rides with it. Unfortunately, I mean, Lashley's such a monster, but I think he's just kind of in here to be in here. I don't really see. It seems kind of.
I mean,
cool
to me,
him.
Orton's the one that stands out the most. Like, how do you even pin Randy Orton? Like, it's so crazy. Like, something like, you know what I'm saying? Like, to pin Randy Orton is a big, big deal, man.
And I think it's going to have to be McIntyre to do that. I think it's going to come down to McIntyre and Orton. Orton will be the last one in the match. I'll tell everybody right now. He's the vet. He ain't taking those bumps anymore. So he is going to be the last one that gets in. We'll have a big monster spot from Lashley. I'm pretty sure we'll probably see Kevin Owens start with LA Knight. I'm going to see him. I'm going to call him this match. Then Logan Paul, then Lashley, then we'll get McIntyre, then we'll get Orton. That's going to be my order for entrances.
And do you think McIntyre is winning?
Yes, I do. I do think we're going to get McIntyre winning over Orton at the end. I think that we'll see a good showing, a really good showing, something real cool from Logan Paul. I think LA Knight will kind of be the one who stands out the most in this match.
Like he's got to get screwed, I think. Like
I think he'll get screwed by like Logan Paul or
like one of his henchmen or goons gets into the chamber
one of these
or something.
Guys. Yeah, they just come in, in their nondescript white t-shirts and jeans, and who the hell's this guy? Yeah, I think it's something along those lines. They're going to further a story. They love furthering stories in these matches, obviously. We'll just see Lashley be a beast, throw people around. We'll see Kevin Owens do something that he shouldn't be able to do with how he looks and his size.
Right.
But in the end, there'll be McIntyre going over Randy.
McIntyre has been just so strong when it comes to his connection that with Seth at this point, like where like Seth isn't even overly interacting with him, but McIntyre's character work, whether it's on social or it's on TV, has been so alarmingly like directly pointed at Seth. Like everything in a way is indirectly pointed at Seth, that it's got to be him. Because if he doesn't face Seth at Mania, I'd have no idea what he's doing.
No,
and he has to be on the card. And the only way, if he wasn't facing Seth at Mania, I would say he's interfering in the match. But if he's so hot, you have to have him on the card. So nothing else makes sense but for McIntyre to win this and finish his story, which he has been telling extremely well, probably better than anyone else.
Yeah. You gotta have McIntyre. You gotta get, and like he's like LA Knight. He's kind of hot right now, and you got to capitalize on it before it goes backwards.
This is the best version I've ever seen out of him.
I do too. I like him as just like a badass. Like he can talk. He doesn't need to be holding a sword that he's not going to use. And
I hate that sword.
His stupid sword. He doesn't need that. Just come out and look. I mean, he's a big, good looking, big.
He's bigger than everyone in the ring at all times.
Man, did you see that? Did you see the tweet he put when LA Knight was holding the koala? Did you see that?
No. Oh yeah, with the
chlamydia.
Like he's just like he's letting his personality show. That's probably how he is behind the scenes,
Probably.
And finally, we're seeing that.
No, we are, and I'm excited for this, Nick. I mean,
because Vince would have been like, "You're Scottish, you don't know how the internet works." Man.
Oh yeah, he would have been. Yeah, he would just wear a kilt and carry this stupid sword. No, I'm excited for this card. Honestly, I think it's a strong card for an elimination chamber. Sometimes these kind of this PLE limps into WrestleMania, and it's just kind of like we all know what's going to happen.
Or it's like, how do you fix what happened? Oh, yeah, the elimination chamber will fix it.
Exactly. I think the thing everyone's looking forward to, or at least I am, is this is going to be, we're going to get some awesome moments because the crowd's going to be hot, very hot. Rather than have it in fucking Des Moines, Iowa or something, we're going to have a very
Could Rhea close the show?
Yes. Yeah.
I think she might. I think she might.
I don't like that's tough. That's a good question because the only reason I don't think so is not against anything like Nia Jax. I think it's going to be hard. I just don't think Nia Jax ready to be in like the big main event of like a hot crowd like that. I think that's kind of setting them up for I could see them opening the show. I could see Rhea opening the show. And
Yeah, I mean,
getting that.
I'd rather her on I want her on a bookend. I either want her opening or closing, but I also like. I mean, I would
The crowd's
imagine
very hot. Then
the
I just
crowd's
don't think
gonna.
I don't think the build's enough for it to be a big main event, like big pot. Like if this was like a year in the making, these two like finally coming to a head, then like yeah. But I just don't think it's no
Yeah, and it's pretty obvious who's winning too.
because think about it. After that men's elimination chamber, there's going to be big bumps, big high flying. There's going to be a lot of stuff happening in that match. The crowd's going to be so like almost exhausted by the time that match is over. So if you put that before Rhea, that's setting her up for failure.
All right. Well, and speaking of exhausted, I'm exhausted. I've been up for a very long time at this point. But I want to close out with a little bit of a social media talk because our man Matt Cardona, right, friend of the show, he's like, if you're on the indie scene and you're not a bona fide like star and over parentheses, why are you not posting on social media all day? So I just want to say this: my man Ben is better on social media than like majority of you indie workers. Ben's all over it. Ben's doing his thing. And from an internet heater like myself, which I am, Big Trouble brings the goods in that way. So I like to say that. But also Matt's onto something too. Like
he is 100%.
if you think just, a little graphic and you retweeting it and saying like, come watch me at the Armory is going to work. It's not, man. You have the ability to use social media to make yourself into a character and to further that character. You should be using everything at your disposal to make you stand out. Because guess what? There's going to be more people that see your tweet than probably the people that see you in whatever venue you're in. And that's coming from someone who's never taken a bump in his life, but I understand how the internet works. Okay. So that's what I got to say. Ben, you're all over social as your tag team partner. I just wanted to make sure that everyone knew that.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. No, it's Matt's onto something, and he's used social media the best. Like, granted, yes, he came from WWE, already had a name. However, there's a ton of guys that came from WWE and went to the Indies and haven't made as big and haven't even gotten bigger like a Matt Cardona or still riding the wave of what they did in 2012. Right. So Matt has really, taken over. He did it in WWE, got himself over. On the Indies, he's gotten himself over as well. So he's someone to look at, and he's someone to really emulate. And yeah, my videos are the shit. And it's better than all the other stupid fucking videos coming out of some of these wrestlers.
There we go.
I actually just did a Ken Kniff video, and ICP put it on their IG. By the way, this weekend I am at Juggalo weekend in San Antonio, Texas.
Big Juggalo.
Yeah, so I'm either going to be over with the Juggalos, or I might not come back. So one or the other. But yeah, Ken Kniff. No one remembers Ken Kniff, but you know what? ICP fans do because they don't like Eminem. Just trying to get over with them doing the
That's
Ken
right.
Kniff skit. If you don't know Ken Kniff, please, Nick, you don't know Ken Kniff?
I don't know Ken Kniff.
It's a skit from one of the I think it's from the Marshall Mathers LP. So
I know Fred
check
McGriff.
it out.
I know Fred McGriff.
Fred McGriff. What was the baseball? What was the commercial? This is Fred McGriff.
Oh, the training thing. But anyway, that's it for this week, fellas. Ben, you got anything else to say to these marks?
Fellas, and hopefully ladies. Sarah, I know you're watching. So not just fellas. Sarah, we appreciate it.
My wife is not watching this.
Not your wife, Sarah from Chicago, our number one fan.
Oh yeah, she's watching.
Yeah, she's watching. Yeah,
she's sure. She's the only Sarah I know that watches this.
Yeah. Well, folks, keep it positive, keep it trucking, keep the shades on because the sun never sets on a cool guy.
Later, marks.